this episode of Best in Kamloops, we cruise our way through downtown, visiting restaurants for the
first ever Samosa challenge.
Whether you're looking for value,
this is a big time samosa. Why is this samosa not bigger?
or taste,
That was delicious. I could pound 9 of those. Is there going to be a bad samosa today?
then you've come to the right place.
Downtown Kamloops, grab 2 samosas. Tell me something on Best of Kamloops.
That's all coming up next on this episode of Best in Kamloops.
Okay, it's that time again. Time for another Best in Kamloops review. Let's not waste any more time. We've got a special one coming up for you. Let's get to it. Today we've got 5 samosas. Downtown Kamloops, first ever Samosa challenge. The first one we have is Raj Indian Cuisine. The second one is Madras Masala and Grill. The next one we have is from Vyanjan Fine Indian Cuisine. And then we've got Maurya's Downtown. And the last one we have is the Coconut. Let's give it a try. Let's get this thing done. Before we start, we'll go over the rules of the Samosa challenge. Rule number 1, each samosa will be heated in a toaster oven at 350 degrees for 5 minutes. Enough to get them warm, but you don't want to crisp them too much and ruin the texture of the samosa. Rule number 2, each samosa will be weighed on a scale to determine the weight and the value. And rule number 3, each samosa will be scored on a scale of 0 to 10. 0 means it's terrible, 10 means it's the best samosa in the world. Let's get to it. The first samosa we have on the list is Raj Kitchen. Raj Kitchen is located downtown, basically right across from the library, right in that area of Victoria Street. Let's get this thing weighed. 132 grams. And what I'm looking for in a samosa is, I like my samosa crunchy, but also doughy at the same time. And you might be thinking, how the heck is that going to be possible? Because that's a contrast. Well, I will tell you. The outside tips are crunchy. The outside edges are crunchy. And then the inside sides, they're going to be soft. Sauce here is called tamarind sauce. If you've never had tamarind sauce, it's similar to a plum sauce maybe, but it's got some more spice and it's a little bit more watery, but this one smells amazing. Let's give this one a bite. Here we go. Okay, this one's surprisingly good. The crust is actually quite nice. There's crispiness on the outside. I don't know if you can hear this. But you've also got doughiness. And if you take a look at the filling, this one's like a mashed texture. If you don't know what a samosa is, it's basically fried dough filled with potato and spices. And I specifically chose veggie samosas for this challenge. The reason being is I think veggie samosas are better than meat samosas because you have to pack in spice and flavor to make it taste good, because potato is basically bland. When you get some spice in here, it tastes quite good. It's got the crispy edges. It's got the soft inside. It's got doughy on the outside. The tamarind sauce is quite good. I didn't think the tamarind was going to be this good. I got nothing left. Okay. Maybe cheers. I didn't talk much about that samosa, but it goes to show you how good I thought it was. Crispy edges is what I'm looking for. Soft, doughy sides. I really like the filling that's more like mashed rather than pieces. I'd imagine some of these samosas will have pieces, and I can show you what that looks like. I destroyed that samosa. Absolutely destroyed it. Flavor was good. Wasn't incredible, but I would never complain if someone brought me that samosa. That was awesome. It's very hard to score the first item on a food challenge because I have no basis to reference against. So I think I'm going to go 7.9 because it's very good. I don't know if it's amazing because I haven't had the other ones yet, but I know it's very good. 7.9, Raj's Kitchen. Let's cheers to that. All right, next samosa up, Madras Masala and Grill. Downtown, right on 3rd and Seymour, kind of right when you go, you can do the walkway bridge to Riverside Park. It's right in that area. And you might be wondering, why is this so small? Let's get on the scale. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. All right, 57 grams. And you might be thinking, why is this such a small samosa? Well, this one comes in a 3-piece. All the other places I've got, they always are served in 2 pieces when you get an order of samosa. This one comes in a 3-piece. Let's get this thing tried. The beauty about this one, it comes in 3 pieces and it comes with 2 sauces. So traditional tamarind sauce, as well as I believe this is a chutney of some sort. We'll dig into it. I'll tell you what it's about. Let's get a sip of these things. That tamarind sauce is different. Tastes good. That's like a fruit punch with spice. That's different. I really like that. Oh yeah. That one's extremely good. I don't know what is this? It's definitely got cilantro. It's got heat. Wow, that's delicious. Give the samosa a bite. This one's a different taste completely than Raj Kitchen. The inside filling is darker. I can definitely see fennel seed, and fennel seed's quite nice. It gives it like a licorice taste. Let's try the other sauce. Oh man, why is this samosa not bigger? I don't know, this thing's delicious. Is there going to be a bad samosa today? That was absolutely delicious. Wish it was a bigger samosa because I really enjoyed it. I do have a 3-piece, but I'm not gonna pound 3 pieces of samosa and then have 2 for each one. Tamarind sauce is quite smooth. It's more liquidy, but it's sweeter. It tastes like a lemonade with spice. This green sauce, I believe, is a chutney. It's got a cooling flavor. Definitely cilantro. That's beautiful. That is delicious. I prefer this actually over the tamarind. And the samosa was nice. The inside had a darker texture. I like the fennel seed. Gives it like that black licorice taste. I really like the taste. The size is disappointing for sure. I wish it was larger. Going off taste, I think I like it a little bit better than Raj's Kitchen. Let's give that one an 8.1. 8.1 is a huge score. That might even be a little high, but I thought it was delicious. And when you get 2 sauces with it, that's the flavor. That's the score. Madras Masala and Grill. Here we go. Next samosa on the list. Vyanjan Fine Indian Cuisine. Downtown Kamloops on Seymour. I believe it's Seymour and 4th. This is a big time samosa. Much bigger than the last one I reviewed. I've got some high hopes for this thing. 176 grams. Here we go. And this one comes with tamarind sauce. And it's served in a 2-piece. And this one comes with, I believe, like a chutney. Let's get these sauces tried first. That's got a darker, richer tamarind sauce taste. Sounds more like a syrup. That is mind-blowing. That is mind-blowing. Wow. That tastes like Madras Masala and Grill chutney, but this one's got way more power. A lot more cilantro flavor, a lot more heat. As you can see, I'm probably gonna start sweating. Let's give this thing a bite. It's got the crunchy edges, like right there. Pure crunch. Soft sides. The filling, and that's what I was talking about. Remember I said there's a difference between more mashed, and I learned that different regions in India fill it differently. That's what I was told at a restaurant today. So this has got the chunks, which is going to be a little messier when you eat, like that. The filling's got corn in it, which is interesting. I'm assuming the orange is carrot, peas, potato. This is a hearty, delicious samosa. If I have to knock it, it's missing, like there's not enough spice inside of it. I think if you kicked up the spice inside of it, it'd be amazing. Let's get this thing dipped. And you see what I'm talking about when you have samosas that have chunks? It always spills into the tamarind sauce. And I'm making a huge mess. Let's dip into the chutney. This chutney's next level. Absolute next level. Wow. If this food thing doesn't work out, I might have become a magician because I'm making things disappear. That was delicious. Extremely hard to score. The samosa was not as tasty as the other two, but this sauce is the best by far I've had. I could just sip this back. I don't want to eat too much. This is going to hammer my palate with flavor, and I've got 2 more coming up. I don't know how to score this. I would say the samosa is not as good as the other 2, but this is in the 9s. This sauce is like in the 9s for me. That might be one of the best sauces I've had at an Indian restaurant. So I think I'm going to go 7.8. So 7.8, I think that's fair. It's definitely delicious, but I like the more mashed filling. Could use a little bit more spice flavor, but it's delicious. That sauce put it up in the high 7s. The tamarind was good as well. Vyanjan, Fine Indian Cuisine, Seymour Street, downtown Kamloops. Best in Kamloops Samosa Challenge, the penultimate samosa. Maurya's restaurant, downtown Kamloops, second in Victoria. Let's get this thing weighed, and then I've got an interesting story to tell you related to this samosa. Here we go. Okay, 117 grams, 118 grams. Now, when I was buying the samosa, when I was ready to leave, I was chatting with the lady inside who served me my order to go. She said, our samosas are a little bit different because the chef is from northern India, from a place called Lucknow. So, northern India, Lucknow. And apparently, they purposely try to make the outside shell completely crunchy and the inside mashed. When I heard that the inside was mashed, I got pretty pumped up. And they said that the spices are actually mashed in with the filling. So kind of interesting. We're going to give this one a try, see if it lives up to the hype. And the tamarind sauce. I was told that there's some special cane sugar that's mixed in. Yeah, there's some chunks. Got a lovely flavor. That's awesome. Here we go. So definitely crispier. And this one looks like it has a dark filling. Yeah, see when you crack the mashed ones open, they don't spill out all over the place, which I like. Nice and crispy. Looks like we got the fennel seed. Oh, this filling is like, I don't know what the word is. It's like tender. That's different. Like how you would eat meat, like meat is juicy and tender. This filling is tender, but I didn't know you could describe mashed potatoes as tender. Got a really nice flavor. This samosa is delicious. You might even be confused thinking you're eating meat when you're eating this. The filling has a nice flavor. It's not spilling all over the place in terms of falling out. Nice and crispy. It's not super doughy. I like maybe a tiny bit more doughiness, but the tamarind's got a little bit of a tang on it. This is really good. That's the best tasting dough I've had on a samosa so far. The outside edge is fantastic crunch. Filling has flavor, and it's not messy. You don't spill the potatoes all over the place. Let's try this tamarind. This stuff's got tangy and sweet. And it's not too runny. And it looks like it has a bunch of spices in there. I don't know if you can see that. I like that tamarind sauce the best. I like the filling the best. I like the samosa the best. So therefore, it's got to be the highest score. I think we're going to go 8.4 on that guy. Maurya's restaurant, downtown Kamloops, 8.4. That was absolutely delicious. All right, last samosa of part 1, Best in Kamloops challenge. Here we go. This samosa is from the Coconut downtown. It's on the corner of 6th and Seymour, right near the 7-Eleven. If you remember from episode 1 of the cinnamon bun challenge, I got a cinnamon bun from 7-Eleven, so maybe a scoop of cinnamon bun. You grab some samosa as well. Let's get this thing weighed, and we'll chat about it. 146 grams. This samosa definitely has some density. It's quite heavy. I mean, one thing I think this is the best appearance on a samosa so far. Like, you can see the little bubbles on the outside edge. There's crisp. It's not out of shape. It's got the nice triangular prism shape, which I like. I don't really like my samosas flat. I like it more three-dimensional. And what they do is they put like a little seasoning salt or their spices salt on the outside. I don't know if you can tell. You can see it right here on the edge. But no other place does that. And let's test this tamarind sauce. It's decent, but it's definitely different. It's not my favorite tamarind sauce. I think the last one was my favorite. Let's give this thing a bite. Yep. Okay, before I get going with any more bites, I'll tell you a little story. I have to lay out my bias. I'm a huge fan of the Coconut, although I have not visited the location since they've moved to Seymour. So I haven't had Coconut samosa in quite a while. but it's one of the best ones I've ever had. Like the head chef at Coconut, he used to make samosas out of his house for friends and family years ago. And I remember getting a samosa from someone. I said, hey, where did you get that? And they gave me this slip of paper that said samosas. They're really cheap, like $1 or $2 each. I called the guy up, picked him up. I thought I was going to a restaurant. I pulled up in front of an apartment building. Guy came out with a brown paper bag. I didn't know if it was a sting operation or the samosa guy was actually legit. Turned out I think about a dozen samosas the first night on. It was like cheap. It was like $20. I ate 9 samosas in the first sitting I ever had them. By far the best samosa I ever had was the ones I got when he used to make them from his house. Let me see if this recipe is the same or it's changed. Let me take some more bites, take myself down a trip of memory lane. Yep, like the filling is nice. It's almost like it's mashed, it's not spilling out. And you see it's yellow. That suggests it has some turmeric, possibly, or some more flavor. Very flavorful. That's one thing I remember about the veggie samosa from the guy at Coconut. Amazing. Doughy bites, and then watch when you get to this part. Crisp. Like that little salt is a nice kick. It's not falling apart. I could probably eat 9 of these right now. This is my favorite samosa of the bunch. It's not my favorite tamarind. Wow. It actually might be my least favorite tamarind, to be honest. Look at this. Not even making a mess. I won't be sharing this one. Yeah. That is my favorite samosa in Kamloops so far. A bunch of other spots I haven't tried, but I knew this was going to be an absolute monster. Oh man, I could pound 9 of those. It's my favorite one. I think I'm going to score it 8.7 because I don't know what else is out there in Kamloops. I don't want to score it a 9, something 9.5, 9.6. How do you beat that? 8.7, absolute monster. The Coconut downtown Kamloops. I think the head chef there, the guy's an absolute wizard. I've had his cooking. It's been mind-blowing. Admittedly, I have not been there recently since they moved locations, but I will definitely be doing a review at the restaurant, whatever that looks like, depending on restrictions. But the Coconut downtown is a must-try restaurant if you have not tried it. Unbelievable samosa, 8.7, my favorite spot in Kamloops. Make sure you check out the Coconut downtown Kamloops. Grab 2 samosas. Tell me something on Best of Kamloops. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the second food challenge on Best of Kamloops. Samosa challenge round 1. I will definitely be doing another part. I'm not sure if it'll be 2 or 3 parts. We'll find out as I go. Every samosa was awesome. I didn't have any complaints. I got to score them. One a little bit better than the other, in my opinion. All fantastic. The real big winner of the night was that chutney I had. That was absolutely amazing. The green chutney had like a heavy garlic kick. That might be the gem of the night. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoy the episodes. Please like, subscribe, and share it. Send it to your friends. Hopefully this is bringing you value, either if you're a customer or a restaurant. I'm having a lot of fun doing these reviews. We'll see you next time on Best in Kamloops. Let's roll.